Hello everybody, big welcome to cEDH TV gameplay. This time me and Pontus is joined by Yuel.
Hello guys.
And Def from Def MGG.
Hello! I'm today playing Shadow the Hedgehog, aka Shadow of Intent, which is just a Rakdos. I'm gonna try to cast all my spells without you being able to interact. Good stuff, I think.
I'm back with an old classic, although this version is kind of unhinged. So there's a funny talking point about Yogwill not working in this deck because no combos works with Yogwill. So I thought, why not add Necrodominance? And here we are. This is a Tymna Dargo completely all-in on Necro effects, and it's weird. We have to play spells like Gandalf the White. I don't know if this is what I want to condone, but it's fun.
So recently I've made a deck tech video for Sephiroth Fabled Soldier, and in that video I basically said, great, he will struggle and yeah. However, I just realized something kind of fun. He might actually be pretty good versus Pontus, because this will trigger whenever any creature dies, which is something that requires inside some of the Dargo loops. It looks fun. It's something of a quest.
I heard my name, Fire Lord Azula. Today I'm bringing back her again because I want to try her and see if I can get some better starting hands. What I really like with this commander is if we cast our commander and we attack with her, we gain 2 mana. We can kinda see that as reduction of the next spell we cast instant speed. So we are actually playing cards like Valley Floodcaller that gives flash. We also play High Fade Trickster, which only will cost kinda 2 mana with the extra mana we gain from our commander, which I really like. And we do not only get 1 High Fade Trickster or 1 Valley Floodcaller when we cast them instant speed on our combat step. We gain 2 of them because she copies them.
I both like this hand and I don't like this hand. We do have a Jet Medallion, I like that. We have a Cabal Coffers, I like that. We have a creature that generates tokens, but we don't actually have a sack outlet or something that makes things burst or speed. In the end, even though we have a Jet Medallion, this is still a commander turn 3. It doesn't help it become a turn 2. So the ramp with Jet Medallion isn't actually that crucial. In the end, I'm actually going to Mulligan this hand. This looks both better and worse. So we have 2 lands, Reassembling Skeleton, Geray Merchant, and that's kinda it. It doesn't spark joy, or it doesn't spark death. I should rather say that. I think we can get much better, so we're gonna Mulligan to 6. I don't think we should go too low, so we have a turn 1 nothing. Turn 2 a creature we put into play, and then we cast Sephiroth turn 3, and we can sacrifice the creature and draw a card. We have a Crick that can really help out speed things up if we like we top deck a Dark Ritual, it will be a Crick, and then things will go pretty fast. I think we're going to bottom the Ogre Slumlord and really hope for a Dark Ritual or something of speed mana here. But at the very least, we will get a card draw with Sephiroth, and then we should be able to bring back the Nether creature from the graveyard and accumulate a little bit of value and hopefully get going.
This is our first 7. It's okay. If I were in first or second seat, I would consider this much more. Because like Peat Bog into land, into turn 2 wheel with LED and Mox Opal, Crack Leaden Response and Mox Opal. There's a lot of potential there, but as I'm not in the first, second seat, I think it's a bit too, like, combination of not disruptive enough and also not guaranteed enough. So let's Mulligan. And our second 7 is not everything we want, but basically. This hand raises a really interesting discussion though, and that is, do we turn 1 Necro? Or do we turn 1 Relic Esper, turn 2 Necro? It's a really interesting question because this deck is worse at Necro than Grixis, but it's still made to Necro a lot better. I actually think we have 2 Esper, which is sad when we're playing a Necro deck, but we still have the Necro. So yeah, this hand is gas. It's like everything I want. Cry if they misstep me, but that's life. Let's go.
Well, hello, beautiful people. I'm here with my 5. You don't get to see my 7 or my second 7 or my 6 because they were all bad. And I'm going last, so I kept this 5, hoping for a turn 1 Wheel of Misfortune. This is the best we can do, and this is what we're doing. And if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, well, this will be interesting in any case. I has returned Gemstone Caverns in space, exiling a flare of duplication.
Alrighty then, taking my turn. Draw a card. I will play this Mana Confluence. Tap it for 1 mana and lose a life to play an Imp Seal. Imp Seal, okay? Finding this card and put it on top, losing 2 more life. And after that, I will pass my turn.
That makes it my turn. Draw a card. I'm gonna play a Swamp and pass.
Go to my turn. Land turn will be a Verdant Catacombs, and I'll fetch. Finding Badlands, tapping the Badlands for a Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual resolves. So here, as we mentioned, we do have the option between Necro or Relic. The way I'm leaning is that if we drew anything more aggressive than a land, I might have gone for Necro here. We know you will cast non-creature. I assume Death will because Rakdos colors. Mons, I have no idea. So Esper will draw 2. Technically, I guess... no, we have more mana turn 3. No, I don't know what's right. I'm gonna be honest. I'm leaning Relic because we need fodder for Dargo while storming. So I think that's always what we need to do here. We also have the fallback of Esper if the Necro gets countered. I'm only a bit afraid of being raised. I don't know. If Mons gets to flip his commander, I'm just dead, because I can't Dargo loop. You can just win. I'm not sure how aggressive Death's list is. But I'm gonna do the cowardly play and play the Relic of Legends. So I'm casting a Relic of Legends. Tapping it for white to cast the Esper Sentinel. And then I pass turn.
Yay, I get to have a turn. Let's draw. Now I'm in a dilemma, technically, with this top deck. YOLO, if there is a Mindbreak trap in my way, there is a Mindbreak trap. I will play this Mox Diamond, not pay for Esper Sentinel. I'll discard the City of Brass, cast a Lotus Petal, tap 3 manas, Lotus Petal goes to bin, Wheel of Misfortune. Just a lot of text for nothing. So 3, 2, 1. I chose 7. So what's gonna happen right now is Mons takes 11 damage, I take no damage, Joel and Pontus don't do anything, and me and Mons discard our entire hands, which I have nothing, and draw 7 cards.
I think that's the first time ever I've chosen 0 on Wheel of Misfortune. I might be wrong, but I think so.
Aligning the cards I have drawn. I will play my land for turn, which is a Badlands, and then I will pull a Joel. I would like to cast Imperial Seal. I will lose 2 life. We'll find card, found it. Gonna show it to the audience so they know what it is. And then put it on top of my library and pass turn.
Alright, taking my turn. Untap, upkeep, and draw this mystery card. I want to play this Volcanic Island. I'm gonna immediately tap it to play a Sol Ring. You may draw. And I will tap my Mana Confluence, losing a life, tapping this Sol Ring to play a Rhetoric Study. And after that, I will pass my turn.
My turn. Draw a card. I'm gonna play a Swamp, and then I'm gonna tap both, play this Bitter Blossom, cool enchantment that generates tokens, but right now it doesn't do anything, so I pass. And Esper Sentinel can draw a card.
And Rhetoric.
And so can Rhetoric Study too.
Drawing a card.
Go to my turn. Land for turn will be a Darting Town. I'll take a damage to cast a Necropotence, not paying for a stick. Necro resolves. Second spell for turn will be a Mox Opal, not paying for a stick.
Def, this is all your fault. Everything. You didn't play Wheel of Fortune. You should have played Wheel of Fortune.
I don't own that card.
So this deck has a kind of a hard time pushing from just 1 mana, especially with Dark Ritgon. It's basically just Culling Writ or Bust, more or less. So while I love my Necro, I love to have it, I don't think I can hard push here. So we'll be a bit conservative. We'll just pay, let's say, 6 life into Necro. And then I'll go to my cleanup, discarding Imp Seal, a Bolt and Sax Necro, and 2 lands. Goes to exile, and I'm done.
I will untap. I will draw this card that the audience knows that I was there, and I will pass turn.
Alrighty, taking my turn. Untap, upkeep, and draw. I think I will do like this. I will tap this Sol Ring, Mana Bolt, paying for your Esper, playing this Mox Opal, and after that, I will pass my turn.
I'm going to my turn and I'm creating a... Oh my god, you have no idea how many so many different token variants. So, for those that don't know, Moxfield actually offers you all the potential tokens you can generate. And this is the first time where the list has been incredibly long. But I get a token here and I lose a life. And luckily, we drew a Swamp that we're gonna play. Then we're gonna do what we came here to do. We're gonna cast Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier. I'm not paying for Rhetoric's Study. You can draw a card. Then we are going to sacrifice this little token to draw a card with Sephiroth and trigger Sephiroth. So we're pinging Pontus for 1 and I'm gaining 1. Honestly, really excited how this is going to play out. From here, I'm going to pass the turn.
Go to my turn. I have no draw step. Land for turn will be a Ancient Tomb. I will pay 2 mana, casting a Orcish Bowmaster, not paying for Rustic. Tapping starting town for colorless. Orcish ETB, I will make a treasure and shoot Sephiroth for 1.
Ow, no.
I'm not scared of mons, I just need to be able to loop without dying.
It sounds like you're scared of me. That's how I read it. That's all, but that's what
I'm
I
scared
heard.
of exactly Sephiroth.
You should be. He's a very terrifying guy, to be honest.
Second spell of turn will be a Lotus Petal, also not paying for Rustic.
You will. I think keeping Sephiroth around could be good. I guess Pontus is trying to give you triggers so you will draw cards and Sephiroth dies to Orcish Bowmaster. Maybe we should be conservative with how much we draw here, speculating. Unless you have great answers to all of his tricks.
I kinda wanna find some interaction on his table. So on my Rustic Study trigger, I would like to play on Vamp Tutor. Play this Vampiric Tutor. You may draw.
I will draw Vesper, and I'll respond to your Vamp Tutor. I'll cast a Silence.
Oh,
Not paying for Rustic.
If you actually draw this card from Silence and then you draw from Lotus Petal, Sephiroth is dead. And then Silence, if you don't have a response to Silence, I think Pontus just combo through. I think we should let Sephiroth stay alive as much as possible.
sure. That's disappoint. So I will draw for Silence, but not for Petal. That's what you're saying, right?
Maybe not even. Yeah, I mean, he could theoretically loop, do 1 more damage with like. I think you're. Yeah, I guess I don't see how he's going to like. Either he lightning bolts the Sephiroth or he. Yeah, so draw a card, I guess.
I will draw a card. Didn't find anything, so Vampiric Tutor on the stack. Or Silence on the stack.
If I want to push or if we want to push. And I do agree with Mons that letting Sephiroth live is probably good. The problem is once Silence resolves, Sephiroth will probably die instantly. Then we just lose.
Allegedly, yeah.
Silence is still on the so maybe getting through more spells and maybe finding an answer to whatever Pontus is trying to do will be better than just giving him free reign with a Silence. Pontus, are you going to win right now or are you just doing fun?
I think he's gonna win.
I haven't drawn my cards of Necro. I have no idea. I assume I'm winning, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's the biggest lie ever told.
Yeah, for sure. It can. But, like, I'm not going to do it.
We are right now at an impasse. We either not draw anything and don't do anything, let Silence resolve and Pontus does whatever he wants. Or, since Joe's the only blue player, maybe we feed him a few more cards. Maybe Sephiroth will suffer for it, but maybe we will not lose instantly on the stack.
I don't know. I mean,
It's a hard decision. I see Mon's point, but at the same time, yeah, I'm the only one who can stop him.
currently Sephiroth does stop him, kinda.
Until he finds a removal.
Yeah, but I mean, just randomly casting spells to give like how many, like to make sure you draw. How many counter spells do you play in your deck? We can actually do the math on this one.
Playing the normal one except Force of Negation.
So you have like 6 or 5, kinda.
No, I have like 9, 10, I believe. One moment. Not counting Pyroblast and those stuff, because
they don't do much
affect.
right now.
Exactly.
Oh, you have some mana open too. This is actually how you should do it. You should calculate EV ratio and things. But let's say you have 10. How many cards are left currently in your library? This is easily checkable considering we're playing in Moxfield.
7.
No, how many cards are left in your library?
There is, one moment, 85.
I'm gonna put up my calculator here. So, Def, how many cards can you theoretically give him?
At least 2.
Okay, so you have 85 divided 10. The probability of drawing 1 from those 2 cards is 20%. Give and take, rough estimation. So either we have a 20% chance that you give him a counterspell, and then
I could also gain a removal for Orcish, to be honest. Then we have a little bit
if
more
you've
options.
here's the thing, you've drawn 1 card already. So if you draw another card, Orcish Bowmaster will already trigger and kill Sephiroth. So it doesn't matter if you draw removal for Orcish.
Oh yeah, fair.
Def, it's up to you. It's a 20% chance that you will kind of draw some interaction, or it's the EV ratio of how good Pontus is going to be able to deal with Sephiroth.
You know what? I will let Pontus struggle. Carry on.
Silence resolves. Vamp Tutor on stack.
Finding this card and put it on top, taking 2 damage with Vampiric, and then I pass Prio.
You will not draw with Rustic. Okay. Interesting. Lotus Battle resolves. Then, with my Lotus Battle, I'll crack it, sacrificing Opal and the Orc Army to cast a Dargo. Trigger Sephiroth.
Yes, you take 1 from Sephiroth.
Ouchie. Then, I want to go to activate Necrostep. Oh, I didn't pay for Ristic, but I assume Yuval isn't drawing, since he wasn't drawing before. I just shortcutted that. I realized I didn't look. But yeah, move to pay life into Necrostep. Sephiroth is alive, and I have an Ancient Tomb, so I need to have at least 3 life post-Necro. More likely, I need to have, like, maybe 5? Yeah, let's say we need 5, so let's pay 25 life into Necro and move to end step. So here we are, in my end step. I will take 2 damage, have 1 colorless floating. I guess I'll actually not have a colorless floating. I'll just pay for Rustic here. Cast the last Agni Kai, targeting Dargo and Sephiroth.
Sephiroth is very dead to that.
I will make 6 mana, because Sephiroth has taken 2 points of damage. Then, I'll pay 3 of those 6 to cast a Liberator, Ursa's Battletopter. And now you can draw. That triggers Bowmaster, and I'll shoot, I guess you in the face, you will make a new army. I will then cast a Chromox, not paying for Ristic. Chromox resolves, I'll also ping Yuval for 1 more. Chromox will be imprinting a Diabolic Intent. I'll pay a red to cast a Mana Vault, not paying for Ristic. You will draws, and I'll actually shoot my own Esper. Then, I'll float 2 colorless and tap for black to cast a Cabal Ritual that just got Threshold, not paying for Ristic. You will draw, so I'll shoot him in the face again now. I've killed my thing. I'll use a black mana to cast a Entomb, not paying for Ristic, shooting Yule in the face. Entomb resolves, and I'll put Gandalf's White into my graveyard. I'll use 2 colorless and a black to cast a Corpse Dance, targeting my, or not targeting my Gandalf. It's the top card of my graveyard. It's a Gandalf right now. Not paying for Ristic and shoot Yule in the face. So Corpse Dance will resolve, putting Gandalf into play. Gandalf is really cool because I can cast legendary spells and artifacts as though they have flash. So it's way worse than all the blue versions, but it's functional for this deck. I'll pay my 2 floating red and a black to cast a Burgi with flash because of Gandalf, not paying for a stick. You will draw, and I'll shoot him in the face. I will use my 2 black floating to cast a Wishclaw Talisman, not paying for a stick, shooting you in the face. This will also make a red for Burgi, and I'll just use it to activate Wishclaw because it's still my turn, giving it to Mons because I killed this commander.
Thank you. I feel compensated.
So from here, I will tap Dargo and Burgi to Relic of Legends to cast the Altar of Dementia. Trigger Burgi, but that trigger will happen after the draw of Rustic, so you will draw a card. I also shoot you in the face for 1. Then we can present the normal Burgi altar line because everything is flash from Gandalf. But the interesting thing is that we have Relic and Burgi. I have a mana floating. So I can tap the Ursa's Battletopter for a red, have 2 red floating, sacrifice Dargo to mill Yuval for 7, use 1 of the red to cast Dargo again, use the floating red to pay for Rustic, get the red from Burgi, and tap Dargo to the Relic of Legends for another red. Thus, mill all of my opponent's outs while paying for Rustic, and ending with Dargo in play and 1 red floating.
I don't have any anti-mill tech.
And this is why Wizards of the Coast, Emrakul, Mami, 50 mana should be legal in this format, so we can get milled out.
I actually approve that. I agree.
Once everyone's milled out, including Yuval, I'll make infinite mana as well, with the same loop, just milling Yuval repeatedly, tapping Dargo for mana. And then I'll cast a Deadpool to sacrifice him and make everyone draw a card to kill everyone. And with everyone dying to Deadpool trigger, I am merged victorious. Good game.
So I'm looking around here and all the cards. So we have Adnos and Dark Ritual. And then we have Fast as Oracle, and I do see a Tainted Pact. So yeah, there's no way I'm having a second turn that game. But it was kind of cool to see how Sephiroth almost stopped you, Pontus.
Can I just try to do an Adnos to see if I would have won? So let's say in the hypothetical we would have done what I wanted to do. So Dark Ritual into that. So Vexing Bubble, Wrist, Soul Ring, Entomb, Gamble, Power, Etherflux, Voltaic, Stitcher, Chrome, Garim, Skizwill, Monkey, Galarian Fleshraker, Diabolic, useless. I see no line here, so I wouldn't probably have died.
I think regarding how many
Shall we do
cards you
another?
just took there, you're dead.
That's why you scribbled out the cEDH and eaten in him. Good game, Pontus.
I kind of forgot about Otawara until I actually tutored for a card. I was kind of thinking of if I tutor for Tainted Pact and you play a Final Fortune, then I can play Final Fortune on your next turn and probably find something else. Unless you don't straight up just don't win and pass, and then I can use Tainted Pact for my Tassa's Oracle. So that was the reason I found that, but then I remember, Otawara could probably solve some things, but yeah, you live and you learn.
Considering that Def actually died to his ad nauseum, finding if you just stopped Pontus, the chance of you winning there was pretty good considering how much Heuristic Study would have fed you too, if you fetched differently.
The fun part was also after I drew my Tainted Pact, I did draw the ad nauseum, so I was like, okay, I just want to be non-silenced right now.
Thanks so much for watching, hope you enjoyed the video. Take care guys, and don't hate too much on Sephiroth. He's cool, but maybe he's not great.
He almost stopped Pontus.
Almost.
Shadow will be back one day.